I made I don't know, like an intro. Today we're doing a tier list of all the Dokkan battle units that I think are relevant to talk about. There is a good chance that I probably missed someone in this list, but I wanted to go ahead and just talk about some of these characters and why I put them where I put them. I do think that this is a pretty good representation of where the game is right now as like a PVE meta of like which characters are better than other characters. And I just wanted to take a second and say the full tier list is right here. And I will put a timestamp to this exact moment so you can see what the whole tier list is. This is all of the characters that I could find that I thought were relevant to talk about. There's a good chance that I've missed at least a couple, but I just wanted to make something. It's another one of my late night wanting to make something binges, so I made a Dokkan tier list. Let's start from the bottom, and this is the part where I think that having a single purpose is like this one could be expanded a lot. Like if you want to say, oh yeah, Bunny Bulma has a single purpose. It's to dodge on Master Roshi's team. You could say that, but I'm not. I'm not putting like basic dodge characters on here. That's not the point of the has a single purpose tier. Um, there are more characters I think you could put in here, but I was gonna leave this one a little bit more open ended so people could like tell me what I should and shouldn't put in here. Like, I'm just gonna throw an example out there. If you want to say, let's I know a unit we can use. STR Broly. If you want to say that LR STR Broly has a single purpose because he's good in a world tournament, more power to you. That is a great use to put him in. Has a single purpose. In fact, I'll leave him here. But has a single purpose. And by the way, we can just. I was gonna do this, and then it's just a whole bunch of characters, so I ended up not doing it. We can. If a character isn't in here, I either missed them or they're waiting on a easy A or they're dead. Like Broly and Ba. Are we really expecting them to be goaded? This guy's past talking point. I think he was pretty good for a while. Bunny Bulma, she's Dodger. She's a Dodge unit, which is pretty good, but she's kind of dead at the moment. Android 8 was really good. Kind of dead. A lot of these kind of dead characters. Even the Win U Force here. I mean, like the free to play easy A's are like they're fine. They have a purpose in that they are, beginner friendly characters. But there's better characters to grind. So I would grind them still if you were a new player, but still. And then these guys, I'm not even gonna put on here. Raccoon and Guldo are good, but I mean it's Raccoon and Guldo. Come on, their team kind of sucks because AGL again you didn't get a good enough easy A. But that's what the single purpose is. I put Broly here because he's, I think, one of the best candidates to do the Festival of Battle missions, the new extreme one. I've been attempting it for the last few days unsuccessfully because somebody keeps getting clipped with a super at like stage 48 or something like that. Unfortunate every single time for like the past 2 days, but runnable in certain situations. This is. I couldn't find Kaba, by the way. That's why Kaba's not here. But these are the characters where I think that if they were given the chance to shine, they could be pivotal roles in their team. And for this obvious reasons, I put like Khalifa and Kale here, even though Kale is like. Actually, I'm gonna put Kale in single purpose because her only purpose is to be next to this Khalifa, and she's here, so put her down here. Sorry, Kale. I put characters down here that have a single purpose and like a single piece of in very few pieces of content. The buffers for their stats, they build up, they change orbs when they're at low HP. Very good for certain game modes that I shall not mention, but will put up on the screen. These guys, which would be really good if you could actually run them anywhere. This guy, who's could be a good pick, but I think that he's good in like very specific situations where you need somebody who's capable in the front. But like, he doesn't have a good team. He's kind of dead, but he's okay to throw in certain team comps. These three characters, which are like front of the turn defensive characters. And the only reason that I didn't put Sheila here is because with her easy A, she's actually like way better than these guys. It's like way better. And then these guys, I mean, they're not really doing all that much besides their dodge. They can support a little bit actually. Maybe I should throw them up. I'm gonna leave them here, but in my heart, they're right here. But I'm gonna leave them here. That's why I put these guys here. You can probably put more in here too, but going up to good picks, I mean, everything here should be fairly self-explanatory. I mean, where's Goku? Oh, I was sorry, I didn't have the top row. Goku. Jeez, what do I even say about Go? I mean, this tier is like the ones where there's a reason to talk about them because they're good enough to be filtered onto a team if you don't have a better option than these guys, but they're not like the main characters you want to put on a team anymore. Maybe you can make an exception for like this Boo or maybe this Janemba, maybe him on the Tau team, which I still think is a very good team. You'll see why in a little bit, but he's very good in Festival now with the Extreme Class mission because he's AGL. Dodger, they dodge, but they get clipped far too often. You still have a lot of trouble actually like surviving big hits, which I mean a lot of characters do, but like you're a little bit too squishy. You're still putting out good numbers. You just need like a really good setup to thrive on, I think. These guys, Cell is like iffy, but he's still like a decent option for like some teams. Same with Frieza. And Pycon has that Ghost Usher. It's really his main use case. He's pretty good for the Rose team. You've fallen off a little bit, but you're still a pretty decent character to put on some teams. You can be a decent slot one when you want to be. These guys were the king of the worlds, but they have fallen. Not good for Festival. A little too squishy for newer content. They're just good picks if you don't have better characters than these guys. Boo is still really good. He might be the best character in here. Although he's like up here with these guys. You're still runnable with your amazing support, but honestly, you have to kind of hide them a little bit. AGL Cell is squishy until he gets to his final form. Then you have really good performance for him for a few turns, and then he goes into just like a mid unit. Goathan is aging pretty gracefully. He's still able to put up good numbers when he wants to. These two have their spots on some pretty decent teams. Pycon has like no setups, but his kit is pretty good. Slug, same thing. Kid Buu and like this guy, they're kind of struggling for some relevance here. I just want yes. Yes, okay. I really just like this. There we go. We're leaving it. Okay. Good free to play option. Good dodger. LR Jiren is one that I haven't played too much with, but is actually pretty decent. All things considered, he's just like he has a lot of Universe Survival Saga category allies up here too, so he's in a pretty decent spot right now. Yeah, we can just move on. We can move on to the best options tier. This one, I think, if you like have any of these characters and you've built up any of these characters, these are some of the best options for their respective teams. You know, uh, I think that I might as well just reveal this too. This is the top meta tier. The if you have like Tao, and then by himself he's all right, but then if you put Tien with him and Yamcha and him and her and this kid Goku, like you have a good setup for Tao, and this team is still pretty damn good. Universe Survival Saga has its leader isn't in here, but he does have like the Vegeta here. He's a Universe Survival Saga. You're a Universe Survival Saga. You are. There's a lot of good Universe Survival Saga characters out there right now. But let's just go down the line. You are coming to the end of your rope in best options, but I think you're still clinging on in there with like the new movie bosses, the exploding rage. You're getting more and more teams and more options, and I really like that for you. Especially like, let's say we put you on Omega's team, you'll work on Omega's team. It's just you're still pretty good. You're also still really good. You just kind of suffer from the old Himothy syndrome. You're still aging very gracefully. You're just a little bit older looking than UI Goku. Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks can still really hang in there if he gets his 50% chance of damage, defense to proc when he gets supered. It is a 50% chance, but like, it feels so good when he gets it. It feels so good. And then his supers are doing a good amount of damage. When he came out, he was explosive. Your EZA was fantastic. You're just a bit squishy. You were a fantastic LR that came out just a few months ago. You're really good. You even have a counter. Let the free-to-play LR do it, as Truth would say. Hit is a really good character with not great setups. Because sure, you can run him on Universe 6 with her, but I'm not the biggest fan of her. Like, she has failed me one too many times for me to, I've gotten her to work like 1 out of every 6 times I run her just because she gets caught. And, that was when I was testing her out, so I did put her in like dangerous situations, but like, this is supposed to be like one of the best characters, if not the best character on Universe 6. Of course, you're going to want to put her in like in front of the big hits. Int Hit just has like every good component of a character without the best setup to use it. STR Vegeta kind of mid as like a by himself character, but when you put him next to like AGL UI Goku, Tech UI Goku, Int Evolution Blue Vegeta, you're setting him up for success. The complete opposite situation of this Hit. Not as good as Hit, much better setup. I think that if you set him up properly, he could be explosive. AGL, Rose, I mean, probably maybe even the best character to put next to Rose. Like, there's not many other characters that I would put above AGL Rose on Rose's actual team. Because like Super Bosses is just kind of rough right here. Super Bosses, it's like, who else are you putting? You're putting this Broly on here. You're putting these two on here. And then, like, maybe him, and then AGL Rose. I'd rather run AGL Rose than this guy, even though I still think he's a good option. Maybe you'd want to run them in certain content, but I wouldn't. Because they're scary. They're scary to me. So that's why AGL Rose is up here. Still a really good unit, even this many months after ZZA came out with Rose a few days after him. No wonder he's still good. Came out only a few months ago, a couple, if that. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, same logic here. Really good setup for. Sorry. Really good setup for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's team. Just really good unit overall. Don't run him as Slot 1. You're exceptional on Tao's team. You're giving support. If you're next to Tao, you're giving everyone support. You have dodge. You have damage reduction. Like, you're just a fantastic character. Specifically while Tao is good, he's going to be really good. And I think Tao is exceptional. You are a very good example of a character that, like, is a good 6 or 7 character for Tao's team if you're running this Kid Goku. Like, that's my professional opinion. I think this Kid Goku is really good, and she's really good next to him with dodge. I think she's got extra damage reduction and extra dodge when he's around. She's just really good when Goku's around. I really like her. As soon as these Dragon Ball characters are out, she's down in the dead tier. But for right now, I think she's a very good character. That everyone is using the meta team with these 4 in it, but like these guys too. But like she has her place on a team that was kind of destined for failure. But as soon as you put them on with them together, I think that this team is pretty explosive and can do a lot of good things. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, not much to say here. Super Easy was really good. And I think that next to Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, he works exceptionally well. Just a fantastic unit. Right here, Tech, Khalifa, and Kale fuse into Kefla. Exceptional unit running on this Universe 6 team. They're an exceptionally powerful character. Dodge, I have found to fail quite a few times, but that's every Dodge character. Texel is still exceptional. I mean, they really did a number with him. He is really good. Per orb thing can kind of screw you up sometimes, but most of the time he's going to be pretty solid in his performance. Yamcha is a dodger in a dodge meta. This guy is incredible right now. Kid Goku, I'm also putting, right here with her. He is very exceptional, especially in like Festival. He's very good. In short form content, he can get slapped up a little bit, but other than that, he's very good. Tech UI, same kind of deal as Yamcha. He's a dodger in a dodge meta, and then when he transforms, he's just exceptional with his domain. His damage can be really lacking though, so if you're not in that UI dodge domain state, he's going to kind of be struggling for damage a little bit, so watch out for that. Tien is a very good character. I really like Tien. But Tien is like, he's just like a weaker version of big characters. Like, he's really good on a really good team. He's just not up to par with like the rest of these guys. Tien's still really good though. Going on a top meta, AGL UI is like, he's just like, he's just like prime LeBron, man. He's the LeBron of Dokkan. He's actually crazy. AGL Golden Frieza just got his EZA. He's incredible for his team. Really good matching with this. He can do a pretty good job of guarding him. You're really good in Festival. You have a really focused effect in supporting the team, especially in Festival. These guys are kind of built for Festival. Same with Broly. Broly's just exceptional with how fast he's building up stuff. Not quick enough for this new like meta shorter content that they're pushing. But for like Festival, he's like one of the best characters of the game, if not the best. Tao is going to be a surprise pick, I think, here. But Tao is still exceptional. He's nigh unkillable if you have him on the right setup. He's getting support at the wazoo. He opens the gate with like 80% damage reduction, and then he's popping like 80 million supers. And then the rest of his team is like dodge, or in this TN's case, he may be able to tank some of the bigger hits, but he's an exceptional character that only raises up the team that he has. If you want to put him in best option, you can't, because I think he is the team. LRTN is really good, but he is not the team. Tao is the team, and everyone else is supporting Tao. I mean, the two 10-year anniversary headliners. Are we surprised? I mean, it's Vegito and Gogeta. They're going to be in the top meta for a while. They already have been. Or in September. They came out 7 months ago. They're just power, man. They are power incarnate. Broly, I put above them because, I mean, Broly's kind of busted. They're better for, like, I don't know. I think Broly is just better. Because once he gets, he explodes way faster than these guys do. His ceiling is way higher. His floor is a little bit lower, though. So take that as a grain of salt. He could be worse than these guys, but I've been very much enjoying my time with Broly here. These two units are still really good. He's obviously better because his fuse form is just way better than the blues. But they're stacking. They're really good in festival. They're really good in short form content because they're 77% damage reduction in their first turn. And then you do an extra turn with them, and then boom, you're ready to fuse. You get another turn of huge damage reduction, and they're just busted. You're still really good. Good in festival. Good for dodging content. Good for stacking content. You're just good for pretty much everything. You have a tag mechanic that just makes you busted. Whenever you switch into Goten and Trunks, you're just exploding. You are actually just erasing the boss. They're just gone. Kind of crazy. I might put Broly. Might do this. I don't know. I like these. This isn't particularly ordered. I'm just kind of like doing things the way I like them. I've had a lot of fun with this character, but I think that they kind of lack the total output of what these 4 characters are doing. And then this guy is just good for like actual everything, just like him, but like even more. And then these 4. I mean, I don't think I need to explain these guys at all. These are the top 4 characters in the game. I like Rose and Gogeta about equal. I don't care which ones you put here. I think as long as your top meta is like somewhat these 4 and these top 4, I don't think you're wrong. If you want to put Rose at 1 because you like Rose, that's fine. Gogeta, Omega, Goku and Vegeta, doesn't really matter. I think it's just all pretty good. And that's really the tier list. I don't think that there's anything too controversial on here, but I wanted to put all my thoughts onto the page, or I guess the screen here, and just see what the community has to say, because I definitely missed something, and to that I do apologize, because if you look, there's a lot of options here, and I was looking through all of them, and I'm like, sure, there's single use cases, like let's just say there's a specific mission that uses Master Roshi for the Bulma event. So you can put this Master Roshi and has a single purpose, which is for those missions, because he kind of sucks. Sure, you can do that. I'll leave him there. But I just wanted to do something and make something, so I did. If there's anything I missed, let me know. I probably missed something extremely obvious, like Gotenks deserves to be on there probably. So I'll just go ahead and put this in Gotenks. And like here. No, I'll put him in here. But yeah, this is the overall list. Let me know what you would have done differently. If you think Tao's not in the top meta, that's fine. Because he's kind of been pushed out of like the top, whatever he was. I think he's just a really good character in the meta right now. But let me know. Thanks for watching. See you next time.